Hi guys, I hope all of you are doing well. This is your Nifty Guy. Welcome to today's episode of Decoding Nifty with me. This is the series where we analyze and decode Nifty on multiple time frames so that we can trade the following day with much more confidence and clarity. I'll keep the video extremely short as most of you would be knowing. I am traveling right now and I'll do the analysis quickly and just a quick reminder in case if you guys like my analysis of Nifty and the way I explain price action concepts, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with trading friends and community, as well as put down anything that you might have to say in the comments box, be it feedback, be it criticism. I am open to both. Right. So on that note, let's start with what we had discussed yesterday versus what happened in the market. I had, as you guys already know, I am not trading currently. That's a rule that I follow, no trading during travels. Uh, but in case if I would have been trading, what trades would have been taken as per the setups that we use, right? So what we had planned was we'll go short below this particular low with a pullback, and we'll go long above this particular high again with a pullback. Now, today's price action will again reconfirm a belief in the system of pullback that I so much emphasize upon. So as you can see, market opened almost flattish, I believe. Yeah, there's not a big gap now. Almost flattish and formed a big red candle. Now, I believe this would have been a reaction to Ukraine uh, bombing Russia over the weekend, right? That was in the news. The moment I had seen that news, I knew that the markets would be reacting to it. Now, Russia having the upper hand and Ukraine planning a big attack and actually executing it. Is kind of something which is will be a shocker for the markets globally. I do not know how the global markets have had reacted to the news. I have not been following the markets as I usually do, right? But this, I believe, was a reaction to what happened over the weekend. And as you can see, after the first big 15 minute candle, the fall which was there, market slowly and steadily went up. And again, if you guys see, so this is the just a second, guys. I think I might be having some internet problem. Yeah. So as you can see, we wanted a pullback around here so that we could have taken or executed our shorts, but the pullback never came. And the pullback came actually, but never went down below this particular low. And that was the reason we did not enter into any short trade. Now, throughout the day, market went up slowly and steadily. You could have taken, if I would have been trading today, I would have marked the high with the low using a Fibonacci and waited for the price action around the 50% level, which would be somewhere around here to look for a trade on the long side, right? What does that suggest? That suggests that this was, see, that is what I tell you guys to start talking to the market in terms of what is exactly trying to, what is happening behind the scenes. So this was the reaction candle to the news-based reaction. And then market, if slowly and steadily market is going up, that means market is in no major mood to go down today, right? Uh, and that was the reason we could have created, but we need to obviously we need to wait for our level. So at least we need the 50% of the entire fall from the morning to be covered up, and only then we can look at for creating a long opportunity, right? Again, around here, see, this was the day high, which was open equals to high as well, and market trapped people who would have created a long as soon as this high was taken out. This is again the reason why I focus so much on trading breakouts and breakdowns only with proper pullback. So the pullback did come around here, but now the high was never crossed. So our entry as per our system was not triggered. And as you can see, anybody who would have taken a long entry around here, their SL would have been triggered, right? So this was the uh, trades that happened during the day. And usually, what happens is once you see a big red candle like this, and then market, if it is not going in the direction of the big red candle and on the short side, my suggestion would be to not trade on that particular day. But in case if you have to, I should believe that should not be the reason that you should be doing or taking trades every day. But yeah, let the trades settle during the day. I believe the volatility would be high today as well. Yes, India VIX was around 7% high, right? Let's quickly have a look at the chart of India VIX. So, yeah, it was shooted up starting at the start of the day and kept on. So despite the market going up, the VIX did not come down, right? So that is the reason why I say you guys should be careful on days like this. Skip them. Not necessary to trade out on every single day. Now, this is the trend line that I had drawn while I was analyzing what happened in the market and what we can plan for tomorrow. Now, this level will be of no use to us. The reason being, a new low has been created, and this was the 50% to 61.8% fib retracement zone. And because market has created a new low, we will be deleting this. We will be deleting this. This was as per the plan for last day. Now, this zone is important because we are again trading around. We broke down below this, but right now we are at that particular zone. So market fell down in the first 5 minutes, slowly and steadily went up, went a little volatile around here, but closed near the high. If we look at the daily time frame candle, right? So today's candle, although positive in terms of having a long lower wick, today's candle, although positive, but you kind of see this is the high is lower than the previous days. The Friday's high, the low is lower than Friday's low. The closing, I believe, is somewhere. Oh yeah, almost at uh, below the prior day's low. So that is something which I look at as negative. And in case if you guys are able to see it or not, this is kind of looking like a head and shoulder formation to me, although not a very strong head and shoulder formation, but I'll just try to mark it down in case if we'll keep an eye on this in case if this thing actually works. Right, right. So this is something like this. I hope it would be clear to you guys now. So what I'll also do is I'll mark a trend line connecting these three lows, right? These three lows will be, and will, for the sake of it not getting confused, we will convert this into a different color, right? I'll just use orange for the sake of it. So that we know that this particular trend line that we have drawn around here is the neckline for the head and shoulder that we are looking at, right? So we'll pay close attention to how the market is reacting around here. But for an intraday basis for tomorrow, what I'll suggest is mark this particular high above this high with a pullback long, this low below this low, again with a pullback, we can create a short trade, right? And the neckline is quite close, so it would be interesting to see how the market behaves in case if we are around here. If the market opens flat, does some time pass around this zone, then gives a breakout or a breakdown, that will be the best scenario. If the market opens gap up, I believe it should come down to fill the gap and then continue upwards. For a gap down opening, it might become a little volatile uh, because the market has closed near the high. So a gap down would trigger some stop losses and the markets can become a little volatile around this level in case if it opens with a gap down. So be cautious and trade carefully. And I believe it might be in case of the head and shoulder actually working out, we might be seeing filling of this particular gap. Let's see. That is something which time will tell us. So we'll be keeping a close eye around these levels. So it's always better to be prepared. We are not predicting that this is going to happen, but yeah, this is something that we are preparing ourselves for. And in case of this being a actual head and shoulder pattern, so this is around 675 points, which if we measure from the neckline would be mostly. roughly around these levels. So I believe in case this is a head and shoulder pattern which is in the formation, we can see this particular gap being filled, and maybe then we can see and build some reversal or maybe continuation. But that is something that we do not predict. We will plan as and when the market predicts and places those data in front of us based on the price action for tomorrow. This should be the simple plan of action. I believe it should help you guys. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow post the market. Have a good day. Thank you so much. This is your Nifty Guy signing off.